Ian, here we are then, a bit of a disappointing afternoon at Clarence Park. What's the feeling with you and the players at this moment in time?
I think there's an area of disappointment, obviously. We've just lost a game of football. The reaction from the players is really good. You know, they're a little bit down, but understand that, you know, we have to punish teams sometimes, and I felt the first half was too open. Even though we created 4 or 5 really good chances, they created 4 or 5 chances. I felt second half we were really good. I felt we took the sting out of them. I felt for 25 minutes of the second half we totally dominated the game, and then looked to try and go and win the game, and then we've been undone by. Obviously, from their point of view, they'll say it's a good goal, but I felt it was a poor goal from our behalf. We never had any pressure on the ball when it was cleared, and we're not picking up the guy that's made the run in the box. And you know, obviously, for me, they've let Michael down a little bit, who's had a really good game today and deserved to get a clean sheet. But I felt with that last 10-15 minutes, we huffed and puffed a little bit. But we've created probably more chances today. I think we've had 10 corners today, which is more than we've had for a long time. So lots of positives, but again, the result in the end is not what we was looking for.
Yeah, Kev Mudd on commentary said the first half felt like a cup tie because it just went from end to end, back and forth.
Yeah, and that's what we said at half time. We needed to just close the gaps a little bit. We played a little bit deep. I think that their pace certainly in the first couple of minutes caused us a bit of a problem, but we just played a little bit too deep, I felt, and a lot of the balls that dropped to their forwards, and then they caused us some problems. So once we squeezed on slightly in the second half and played a little bit further up the pitch, we caused them more problems. And as I say, we've had some big chances today, and chances to get in front, and maybe it's a different game. If you don't take your chances, we've always said you're always susceptible to them getting a chance late on.
Do you think the goal sort of killed the game, really?
No, because I think we had a go after that, but we started to go a little bit long. They got everybody behind the ball and looking to try and preserve what they've got, and they didn't leave any space in behind them. They just got 11 behind the ball. We tried to force it too much. I felt we should have been a little bit more patient, looked to get the ball into the wide areas and try and get some crosses in from a different area and a different angle, but we didn't manage to do that. But as I say, they've managed to score the goal. They've taken the result, which is, as I said to them, fair play to them. They did their job today, but we have to be better than that.
Yeah, and just turning to MJ, I mean, from the first minute, a great save. Did that one catch you in the face?
No, it caught me in the chest.
It caught you in the chest?
Yeah, I kind of read what he was going to do and stood up. And I was kind of hoping that the saves I made in the first half would be important in us getting 3 points today, and we've left with none. Me personally, I'm fuming, gutted. I think, the guy next to me gets a lot of stick for what goes on during games, after games, results, and I've got to say it's not on him. It's on us as players. We've got to take responsibility on the pitch. We make too many mistakes that let him down. I'm at this club because of this man next to me, and I'd stay here for as long as he's here. He's the reason that I come. I wanted to play under him, and I've enjoyed every second that I have. But the way that we concede at the moment, it's not teams that are scoring worldies and playing beautiful football. It's us making individual mistakes, and it cost us on Tuesday. It's cost us again today, and it's got to stop. We've got to step up as players and back our manager in the right way, and that's not with words like I'm using now. It's actions on the pitch. It's got to be better. We look like we've lost a lot of confidence in front of goal and in the box. We've got one striker who's scored 26 goals, and we've got a few that probably haven't scored enough so far. And I'd say at the back we've not kept enough clean sheets, and that's a real bad remedy. But we've got 11 games still to go, 11 cup finals, and it's still in our hands.
And you've just been, let's be honest, you've been in the changing room quite a while after that game, having a conversation. And has it been two-way? Have the players been sort of speaking about this as well?
Yeah. Everyone had the platform to have their say, as they always would do here. It's this very open dressing room. If people have thoughts or opinions or anything on a chest that they need to get out, get it out. We're all men in there. It's quite young in there as well, but it's just men's football. You have to take the good with the bad, the rough with the smooth. But it's not a crisis. It's not a crisis meeting. Yeah, we've lost, but it's, like I said, there's 11 games to go. You win 7-8 of them, we'll still be in a great position.
And still in a good position at this moment in time. Let's talk penalties. So Concord won't want to get a penalty against you ever again. They must be sick of getting a penalty against you. Talk us through, you've spoken to Graham about this before, your sort of routines and everything, but how did that go today?
It's funny you say that. Obviously, we spoke just before. They give me research about penalties before every game, and they said that he goes to my right. So luckily I didn't listen to that. And same as Tuesday, they said it goes to my left and he went to my right. So it's not so much a routine. It's just I try and work out from their run up, how they run up, where they plant their foot, them sort of things. And more times right than wrong, I go the right way. It's just about saving it. And today I was lucky enough to get my hands to it. But again, no points, so it's meaningless in the long scheme of things.
Of course. Let's just talk about this league, because this league is crazy. It's Billericay on Tuesday, and Billericay have ended up winning 4-1 today.
We spoke before the game about just making sure that we respect the opposition, as we see when we played Bath here, who were very good. Braintree obviously beat us 1-0. When you look at Concord's form in terms of where they've been over the last few weeks, and that's what I said to the players. Listen, if we believe we've just got to turn up and win this game, then we're going to be in for a massive shock. And as I said before, you've got to respect everyone in this league. The opposition at this standard is very, very good, and if you disrespect anybody at this league, then you will end up losing games of football. Players haven't done that today. The players have been, for me, the players have been great today. They've tried to play football. We've asked them to play football. We've got in some really good areas. We've hit the underside of the bar. Tom Bender's had one cleared off the line. We've had 2 or 3 really other chances. Second half, the keeper's made a great save. He made a great save for Sean. We just haven't been good enough in front of goal. We haven't taken our opportunities. It would have been great if we could have got in front and made them come out a little bit more. We might have hurt them a little bit more. But we haven't been good enough, as Michael said earlier, in both boxes. But what I would say, the referee apologised to me at half-time and said that it wasn't a penalty and he got it wrong. So hard to take, because if you think you've got it wrong, then you should just change your mind. But we have to live with them things. As I say, it was one of them things that just put us on the back foot a little bit in the first half. I felt for 10-15 minutes, but I felt, as I say, second half I felt for 25 minutes we were very good. The goals just took a little bit of sting out of us and gave them something to fight for.
Yeah, and it's fine margins, because Kev Mudd was insistent that it was offside. It wasn't offside. Sean Jeffers going through, and so it's fine margins, isn't it? It's such a shame.
It's difficult, as I say. We're standing here, we can't really see what's gone on, and we can only look at the highlights when it comes through. But Sean's goal in the first half was a great link-up play between him and Joe. A good ball in from Albans, and some of our play was very good. We just, as I say, we haven't been clinical enough. As Michael said, it in both boxes, and we don't get free headers like their guy got a free header today. But then, do we put that sort of quality of crossing that came in? So we have to look at it all. We'll have a look at the highlights in terms of where we are and what we've done wrong, at the time. And you see they were down to 10 men at the time as well when they scored the goal. So maybe concentration levels was a little bit less than what it should have been. Maybe we felt that they're one short, that people haven't got to do their jobs. So we've just got to look at the whole lot and see where we are. And as Michael said there, we spoke about it. We've got 11 games. We know what we've got to do. It's in our hands. When I came in 6 years ago, we were 14 points adrift at this stage of the season, knowing that we had to win 8, and we won 8. So we've got good players, and we've just got to go and make sure we win games of football by scoring goals and keeping clean sheets.
And the message for the fans is the season's not over because of this defeat today.
That's it. Listen, I think somebody said the crowd was 1,400 today. As I've said all along, I'm not going to start changing my mind now. The crowd this year have been outstanding. They really have been special in terms of what they've done. I think the players are a little bit disappointed because they just feel that the first half of the season they were playing literally for the crowd, and they want to give the crowd something to sing for, and we just haven't quite reached them heights. And they spoke about it in there. We said about the crowd today, and where have we got to do, or what have we got to do to get back to where we was. And the only way you're going to do it is score goals, win games of football, and the crowd will keep coming and chanting. But today 1,400 here on a cold Saturday afternoon was fantastic, and we've got to give them something, and we've got to finish this season off for them guys, because they've been brilliant for us all season, and I'm sure Michael will add that as well.
Yeah, they were fantastic today.
Well, there were so many youngsters that I could hear through the commentary screaming for you as you were coming off at half-time, really praising you.
Yeah, I'd say I'm very appreciative of people that come to pay and spend their good hard-earned money watching us play football. it's no God-given right that you deserve to have people come and watch you and cheer you on. And then when they do come, they can voice their opinion in whatever they want. And we're losing 1-0, 92nd minute, and they're chanting behind the game, behind the goal for us, and creating an atmosphere. And you can't ask much more than that. It's just, for me personally, gutting that we're not putting the performances and getting the results that warrant them spending their money to come and watch us. But all I can do is thank them, and hopefully they keep coming back and creating good atmospheres for us, and hopefully we turn it around for them.